Go. Good, thanks.
Teach me grappling. Teach me grappling.
Teach Me Grappling. What's up, guys? We've got Seth. We've got Jimmy. We're going to show you guys a twister for kids. I know I've already shown, I think, it for Jiu-jitsu. In the sport of wrestling, we use the twister. It's called a guillotine or guillotine for wrestling. So let's show it to you. We're going to talk about the points, and we're going to talk about the legalities of what we call the twister. Okay, so one guy's going to be down, referee position. So in referee position here, wrestling, we have to start with our right hand on the belly button and our left hand on the elbow. This is the sport of folk style wrestling, what we do in the United States. Okay? First move, maybe he's gonna go double thigh pry, bump him forward. That's a good one, just to kind of get the weight on the hands. He can swing either leg he likes. Which one do you like? Okay, so he's gonna put his left hook in. I know it's a little hard with this kind of camo black and white, but to see because they're both wearing the same. But can you just turn in a circle, guys? Turn in a circle. Keep turning. Just turn. Now with the light, we can see right here, we've got the hook goes in, and we create what's called a grapevine. A grapevine. And then, because you notice you're keeping your balance with your left hand, because you don't want to fall, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to what's called crossbody ride, which helps us keep our balance. Crossbody ride is when you take this hand or arm and you bring it all the way to the other side. When you bring it to the other side, your elbow is gonna be between the hip and the armpit. It's gonna be in this region. We wanna balance with our right foot, so you can pick that knee up, perfect. And you can be pushing on that toe if you want to put pressure on him. This hand, we like to not use our thumb and grab ankle for control. Now get your elbow draped over him and kind of put your elbow in his armpit. Just stay like that, okay? This is the ride. This is what's called cross-body ride, okay? Cross-body ride. It's hard for Jimmy now, especially as you're pulling on that ankle. Jimmy, try to stand up. It's tough, right? See that? And he's pushing with his leg. And it's also hard for Jimmy to knock Seth down on his butt because he has his foot over there. So he can't just, make him fall. Like when you were over here. Do you remember when your hand was over here? Like this? You see? With your hand over here and you're trying to hold him, Jimmy can make you fall to your hip. You see that? And then if this arm gets between, we end up with a 2 reversal in wrestling. So go ahead and go back. That's why we go crossbody ride. Crossbody ride is beautiful because we have a balance control, no thumbs, grab around, and we're driving that elbow. We got banana splits. We'll do that some other time. We're gonna go for the twister. When this hand is here, we're gonna sweep inside, and then immediately, this palm goes down, and our right hand releases the ankle and go to a lock, palm to palm. At first lock. We wanna teach you how to lock because sometimes we need the lock to create power to pull the arm back. If Seth was much stronger than Jimmy, which he kind of is because he's a bigger brother, you probably could go straight to the wrist and just pull it like this. See that? But if Jimmy's gonna show me your strength, he can't pull it. Try to grab the wrist, but he won't let you. See that? You're gonna lock and pull, and now grab it. Beautiful. Okay? Now, we can take this arm and either pull it over our head now or later. Both are correct. Okay, so sometimes, let's show it right away. Pull it over your head, bring your left hand all the way around his head, and it's very important. In jiu-jitsu, we lock because we want to crank. If you lock right now, that's illegal. You can't do that in the sport of wrestling, okay? It's an illegal headlock. Now, the cool thing is they have this specific rule in wrestling. You don't need the wrist once you get here. You can start driving off your feet and make him fall towards his back. Keeping our grapevine. We have a posted leg for balance. And now once Jimmy's on his back, which he is, the referee is going to start counting points. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's going to be worth 3 points. The moment the referee starts counting, we're allowed to lock. We're allowed to lock. Now, look at Jimmy's face right here. Jimmy, how's that feel when he pulls on it? Just, ooh, easy. Now, in the sport of wrestling, we're not doing submissions, but now we have a little contradiction. Is this a pinning combination or is it a submission? It's both, okay? It can be used for submissions, which are illegal in wrestling, but it's also a pinning combination, so it is allowed. So how do we do it? Here's what I'll tell you. You never try to go high on the head and pull from here, because that makes it super nasty. Okay, it's gonna crank him. If a referee sees you doing that, he knows you're trying to hurt them. He's gonna stop it, and he may call it either potentially dangerous or full illegal hold if he thinks you're trying to do it on purpose. So you keep it around his neck, and you just pull, not too much, just enough to get your opponent to lay the shoulders flat and get that pin. Notice the shoulders are flat, we get the pin, we win. Jimmy, you want to give it a try? Okay, let's go ahead. Double thigh pry, set your hook. Good job. Then we're going to bring both arms on the far side, and then we're going ankle control, right? That's going to give us good control. So now we can sweep inside. If you're strong enough, you can grab his wrist with your, with your right hand. With your right hand. If you're strong enough. If the guy's too strong for you, Jimmy, you're gonna go lock your hands? Yeah, but the better lock is to go gable, but not that way. It's to turn this palm down. That's how you gain power over your big brother. Squeeze, and as you get it, go get that wrist. Pull it back. Pull it over your head. Reach through like you're putting on a t-shirt. No, don't pull it out. See, a big mistake sometimes people make is they forget and they pull this elbow out. Like pull it through the hole. That's not what you want. You don't want this because there's no way to make him go to his back. You want to reach back, get in wrestling what's called a reverse half Nelson. This is called reverse half Nelson, not regular half. It's reverse half. And then we pull him back towards his back. Beautiful. Try to keep your hook. I like that. Some people ask, can we lock? Can we lock our legs like this? Can we do something like this? You can, but in the sport of wrestling, it's semi-dangerous because what'll happen is, as Jimmy's going for the pin, you end up taking this leg like this, and you whip over to there, and now look what we have. We still have a twister, or a wrestler's guillotine, but you're trying to flip him back that way, and he now leans on you. You see? At this point, a referee, he might give you a chance to try to flip him, but if you can't, he's got to give him 2 reversal and start counting your fall, or maybe even call the pin. So if you, in jiu-jitsu, this is okay because we can crank him and make him fall over there. Crank him though, pull him. Good. Let's get in position, let's see this baby. So, instead of locking him in the sport of wrestling, you keep a nice strong base, like this, to push off of. If he pushes off of this foot, try to get over there, Seth. Isn't gonna happen, huh, Jimmy? Oh, good. Good job. If the legs ever come out, which they will, it'll get kicked. If it ever comes out, follow up on top and pull your leg out and follow on top into a headlock. Show me headlock, side headlock. Beautiful transition. This is beautiful transition. Or the reverse half Nelson, which is under the head, and then you pull this one out, Jimmy, and go under the arm. That's also a really good control for when your leg slips out of the guillotine or the twister, okay? Let's see you guys twist to each other, back and forth. I mentioned, as they're getting set, I mentioned earlier, you can pull it over your head and then take him to his back, or you can take him towards his back and then pull it over your head. Very common in jiu-jitsu. So this time, let's go ahead and do it, and let's break him down with this kind of hold right here. Some people call it like pump handle. Go ahead, get that lock, pull it back, just kind of, and you can shallow, you can take this elbow, shallow it up, drive it into his back, you like that? And get a good grip on that wrist, and just kind of crank his back and pull him over. Now you can duck it, go get the twister. In the sport of wrestling, I gotta mention this to the wrestlers. Don't pin yourself. I've seen kids get a twister and they're going like this, and the referee's here. Come look at this view. And the referee's looking. Now right now Jimmy's pinned, but Jimmy, can you just bring this shoulder up? Like, you don't have to turn a lot. No, you don't have to turn a lot. Just keep the shoulder up. You can lock your hands. Lock your hands, Seth. Lock your hands. And the referee's going, he's not pinned. He's not pinned right here. See that? And then as he's watching it, he's counting the near fall. But then you're pulling so much that you're trying to pull. You touch your shoulders and the referee does this. And what happens? They break apart. Break apart. Get up. Who's feeling good right now? He's all, I did it. I did it. I pinned him with a twister. I pinned him with the wrestling guillotine. He's like, I lost. They put him in the circle, and the referee goes, winner. And everybody goes, why'd you do that? You raised the wrong kid's hand. Did I? No, he got a defensive pin. I know it sounds nuts. You've got to always stay off your back. In the sport of wrestling, either guy can pin each other. Always remember that. If you guys have kids that wrestle, or if you guys are in high school or college, you've got to make sure you don't never pin yourself. One more time for you and we're done. Show me your twister. Let's go in. Look at that. Ankle control. Go get that arm. Pull it back. Get that. Awesome. All right, one more for Seth. One more for Seth. Go, fast. Don't pin yourself. Outstanding. Outstanding. Proud of you boys. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As you guys are learning about these boys' journey, okay, in jiu-jitsu, in wrestling, in mixed martial arts, they do kickboxing as well. I just want to say I'm very proud of them. They're very dedicated. And I'm going to say something. You guys out there, every time you comment down below, just know this. You're motivating these youngsters because they're watching. You're motivating them to continue their training and get better and better. Boys, you like this stuff? Mm-hmm. All right, I'm glad. Go ahead and send them on.
Like, share, subscribe, and see you next time with more great stuff.